from the station taking action for you. This is ABC Action News.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lindsay Logan.
And I'm John Thomas. Thanks for being here. Before we get back to Cuba there, we are going to stay here in Tampa. Nice weather. Over in New Orleans, weather is not going to be a factor, Bill, for the Bucs today.
No, it won't be. They've got that big old Superdome, and everything's going to be covered up, so whether it's raining or not makes no difference. If you've got plans to do something else other than watch football, maybe head out and do some fishing along Pier 60, it's going to be a great day to do so. But, hey, let's go ahead and take a look at that wide live radar look right now. New Orleans, looking okay. They've got some rain up in the northern part of Louisiana, but nothing around the French Quarter or down near where the Superdome is. Down onto the ground where we are, nothing showing up radar-wise. Bloomingdale looking good. Lakeland, Winter Haven, Lake Wales, all with nice, clear skies and warm temperatures. Let's go ahead and take a look right now at those readings. 71 in Riverview, 69 still in Brooksville. Northport has 74 at 75 right now in Arcadia, Frostproof and Sebring. And we move into the metro and a bunch of 75s there as well. Ruskin, McDill, Palm Harbor, 75 also in Carrollwood. 77 currently in Tampa. Clearwater has 80 degrees. It's 78 right now in Clearwater, New Tampa with 74. Going through the day today, we are going to see tons of sunshine, and we'll see that mercury rising up in through the 90s. I've got more details on your forecast for your Sunday Fun Day coming up in about 12 minutes. You know what's not going to be painful? Any kind of outdoor weather activities. Maybe you're heading down to the Trop and want to see the Rays play. It's going to be a nice day as you're heading across the parking lot. About 90 degrees, sunshine aplenty. Maybe the beach is more your speed. A couple of ticks cooler there, but a great beach day on the way. Hope you can join us for your Sunday Fun Day forecast coming up after a break.
We cut him up. Actually, yeah, I have a big tattoo of Donnie Wahlberg on the small of my back. And it's,
Really hope.
You know what's great, though, is like all the carnivals and fairs, the Midway and the freak shows have gone away, and they've got them there at this now. That's what it's like. It's kind of a traveling show.
It's got to be hard functioning in the real world when you're completely tatted up like that. But
if that's your real world,
that's your real world,
world.
and that's his business now too.
Absolutely. So. Great show place.
Absolutely.
We've got a show place for weather today.
I want to be there.
Isn't that gorgeous? Mainsail Beach Inn, that is the end of 66th Street on beautiful Anna Maria Island, and that's a gorgeous shot. Blue sky, blue water, and golden sand on what is shaping up to be really a fantastic day already. 8:15, and time to take a look at your weather headlines for Sunday. It's going to be a sunny day. We're not looking for any real rain chances at all. And as a matter of fact, it's going to stay dry right into the work week. Taking a look right now at your Titan Doppler radar, there are some showers out into the Gulf, and they're not going to be making their way onshore at all. Temperatures, wide variety of temperatures from 80 in St. Petersburg to all the way down to 69 right now in Brooksville. A little bit of a feeling of fall there. Most everyone else scattered around in the mid-60s, or mid-70s rather. 76 in Hudson, Bradenton, Sarasota. 74 for Brandon and Lakeland. 73 right now in Zephyr Hills and 72 in Bushnell. It's a good deal cooler than that back behind this cold front. Temperatures in the 50s right now across much of the Great Lakes. This is only going to push down into maybe right about here. Not going to get far enough south to really affect our weather like that cold front did last week. There is an area of low pressure that could go tropical, kind of moving up the Carolina coast. More on that in just a second. But for our weather for today, we're looking for this. Plenty of sunshine, maybe a few clouds around. And as we put our futurecast models into motion, the RPM forecast model, about all we're going to see is maybe a little bit of shower activity over along the east coast trying to push into Polk County. But as you can see, it kind of falls apart by about 6:30 or 7 o'clock. So mostly sunny skies around all day and into tomorrow as well. Taking a look at dolphins out there in Tampa Bay, it's going to be a great-looking Sunday. 77 to start you off, up to 86 by noontime. Looking for that 91-degree high, and again, no more than about a 10% chance of showers. Into the tropics we go, and this is something that's still concerning to the folks at the National Hurricane Center. This could go tropical. If it does, it's going to continue to move out into the Atlantic. And speaking of the Atlantic, tropical depression number 9 is gone, but Ida is still around, and We're keeping an eye on Ida. Here's the latest coordinates. 16.7 north, 43.6 west. 40-mile-per-hour winds. Looks like this may strengthen just a little bit, but it's going to encounter a lot of shear out here in the Atlantic, so it's going to remain a fish storm. Nonetheless, those spaghetti models all kind of looking like they're in basic agreement that it's going to stay out in the water and not be much of a problem for land. 85 is your Gulf water temperature for today. Winds will shift from the southeast to southwest at about 5 knots. 1 to 2 foot seas smooth on the inland waterways. Upcoming tides include the low tide at 2:07 and a high tide at 10 after 9 this evening. Sun's going to set at about 7:29. And here's a look at Florida's most accurate 7-day forecast. Wonderful weather ahead as we close out summer. Wednesday, the first day of fall, that's going to officially start at 4:21 in the morning. And it's not going to feel much like fall around here. Temperatures remaining in the upper 80s to low 90s throughout the next 7 days.
Bill.
Hey, welcome into our Sunday Rescues in Action. We've got Lou here from Husky Haven of Florida and a beautiful dog. This is Mac.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about Mac.
Mac is a 3-year-old Siberian Husky, and he's just a little playful ball of energy, but he's a good boy.
Very, very friendly. I mean, when he came in this morning, he ran right over to me, just very, very eager to say hello. Hey, Mac, can you do some tricks? Mac, hey, can you sit? What do you do? There you go. Oh, what a good boy. See, right on cue.
Yeah.
He's very talented. And you said he's very well with other dogs and even cats.
Supposedly cats, yeah. He was in a home with cats. So
3 years old, so he's got the puppy out of him. But
he's still there.
but as a husky, oh, what a sweetheart. As a husky, he's still got gobs of energy, and boy, you got to keep an eye on him.
Yep. He wants to run and play. When he gets outside, he's the devil.
Oh, so he definitely takes you on the walk, not the other way around.
No, he's good on the leash. It's just that when he's off leash in like the dog park or in the backyard, he's got the zoomies.
Full of energy.
Yes.
And that's one thing somebody needs to know if they're thinking about a husky. I mean, this is a very active breed.
Yes, it is.
And now he lays down right on cue as I say active breed. But just very good with the family, very good with other dogs, and really a great family pet.
Yeah, he is phenomenal.
Anything somebody needs to know about how to get in touch with you guys?
They can go to our website, huskyhavenfl.com, or they can contact us at 727-475-2195.
And how many dogs do you have in foster right now?
We have 6.
Like Mac here? 6? Okay, including Mac. And oh my goodness, what a sweet, sweet boy. If you'd like, my goodness, you're really working hard. You would have come home and see Jackson and Bell. If you'd like to see maybe this guy at your house and you've got some room in your home, why don't you give the folks over at Husky Haven a call? I'm sure Lou would love to talk to you, and I'm sure Mac would love to be a part of your family. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Okay, Bill, we're looking at pretty nice weather for the next day at least. In California, they're dealing with something we've been talking about for a long time now.
Drought, dry conditions, and fire. We've got some tragic new numbers coming out of that state as well from the 2 wildfires that have swept through Northern California. The tally as of this morning, homes destroyed, now topping 1,000, and the damage is still being assessed. Officials working in the Sierra Nevada foothills say 64,000 more structures are still under threat. The so-called Butte fire that killed 2 people is now only 67% contained at the last check. We're going to currently check things right now outside from the Apollo Beach camera looking across Tampa Bay up into Tampa. A little bit of haze out there right now, but otherwise sunshiny skies and a great day ahead. Real wide view of the satellite and radar composite shows a couple of showers out here into the Gulf of Mexico, but that's about it. We are looking at great conditions and warm readings for the most part. Well, Brooksville's got 69 degrees. That's kind of your outlier. 77 right now in Hudson and Waimama. Riverview with 76 degrees. Into the metro we go. 75 for Oldsmar, 78 in Clearwater down to Largo and Pinellas Park. St. Pete has 80, 77 right now in Tampa. And we're going to take that 77 degrees right on up to 86. I'm running out of adjectives to say what a great day it's going to be. We're going to top out at about 91, no more than a 10% chance of rain. I'll see if I can come up with a couple of more nice words in about 12 minutes or so. Lindsay?
Those who live amongst them will tell you alligators are ornery because they've got all those teeth and no toothbrush. Was that delivered well?
That
That was
good.
very good.
That was good. He's talking about our latest weekend adventure.
Yeah, we all went out to Croc Encounters in Tampa. Check this out.
Croc Encounters has been around for 10 years now. We're a reptile sanctuary, and we also do a lot of education. These are alligator snapping turtles. When you pick them up, you always pick them up from back here and back here. Never turn him towards you because he could snap your leg or arm.
Oh! Whoa!
Sorry.
Nipped at the camera.
like that camera.
If you guys look underneath here, he doesn't have a lot of shell. He's got a little bit here and all these soft and fleshy parts hanging out. So when he comes out of the water, he's got to open up his mouth to show off how tough he is to try to defend himself. He can't pull in like other turtles can.
What do they eat?
Well, that's really an interesting thing, too. If you look inside his mouth, tip him back a little bit more. It's right over there on the end of his tongue, right there. He's got a little worm-like fishing lure. You kind of see that gray thing moving around. They use it like a lure to wiggle around and get a fish to swim inside. When the fish swims inside, well, you can imagine what he does.
You know what? That's exactly what
It doesn't swim out.
That's exactly what I do.
We're open to the public 7 days a week. We do self-guided admissions on Saturdays from 11 to 5. It's just $5 a person. And then 7 days a week, we also do guided tours where we take you around the facility and you get the whole entire experience. You get hands-on with some of the animals.
Put one hand here,
And like this.
like get around the neck a little more.
No.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like this.
There you go.
Look at this.
How you feeling, John?
Easy. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Come on, Lindsay, you can do this. And he even likes me. Look, he's already relaxed. Or is he lulling me into a...
At first, you know, they're a little nervous and a little leery, but, you know, by the end of it, they're like, you know, loving this experience. They love the way, you know, the alligators feel and that they were able to feed them and get up close to all the different reptiles.
We'll stay on this side of the enclosure while they're in there. I think that'll be a better idea.
We should really play that Jerry Reed song, because that is Amos Moses.
Said Amos was a hell of a man. He could trap the biggest, the meanest alligator, and just use one hand. That's all he got left, called alligator bit it.
He's eyeballing you.
Stop singing that song!
You can put anything inside, he doesn't see it. But as soon as something touches, he always reacts to that.
How much damage can that one do? Like to my finger?
Well, let's find out.
It's not.
One hand on the neck, one hand on the
easier than you
tail,
think.
and hold firmly.
There you go.
Look at that.
2, 3, 4, 5, take it, take it, take it.
Look at that.
But after the end of the tour, once we've given them some information and some hands-on experience, they have, you know, a new love for the reptiles.
Yeah, here comes Amos. Now Amos Moses was a Cajun. He lived by himself in the swamp. They hunted alligator for a living. It just knock him in the head.
I love
Can't
that
hear too
song.
much Jerry
No.
Reed.
But you know what? The alligator, the scaly alligator kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And even when they pulled that one out, Lindsay was going, you got a smaller one?
Do you have one that's plastic?
I did ask
She
that.
did ask for a toy.
Yeah. And just, by the way, there's a lot of swamp around there. And if you happen to pull your car into one of the swamps, they're really good about helping pull you out.
Yeah, John and Karina pulled Bill's car out yesterday.
Very gracious
So we
of
want to thank them because it is an
But it's
amazing
cool, you can
place.
go-
It's I-4 up 301, north on 301, and it's just off 301 there.
And you can do self-guided tours or guided tours, hands-on stuff, or you can...
Or not hands-on.
Or not. Not.
Oh, man, good
times.
Very good times. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Let's go out to the Mainsail Beach Inn where there's no gators seen on this camera, but we got some folks out in the water and along the beach on what's shaping up to be a spectacular Sunday. 8:42 right now, already starting to warm up. And, boy, I tell you what, when we saw that sunrise earlier this morning, it was absolutely gorgeous. So we'll go ahead and put our weather headlines over that sunrise as we're kicking up the sunshine. Drier air is going to be in place today, and we're expecting those shower chances to remain very low. Why? We've got this orange stuff over us. Now, actually, this is the satellite water vapor imagery, and it's showing that things across Florida, across central Florida anyway, are very dry. And it's going to stay like that as that area of low pressure, that potential tropical system, moves on up the east coast. Checking outside right now, we've got 77 in Tampa, 78 right now at the St. Pete Clearwater Airport. Downtown St. Petersburg at 80 degrees. Across the state, still seeing some 60s off in the northern neighborhoods. Tallahassee at 66, 69 right now in Pensacola. Gainesville, Jacksonville at 71. It's 82 already in Key West, where folks were swimming yesterday. They did a 9-mile swim down to the lighthouse. Still mostly warm across much of the country, but we're starting to see some of those fall temperatures work into the northern plains because fall is on its way. It starts Wednesday morning at 4:21, the official start of fall. Along this front here, some rain up into New England. There's that area of low pressure I was talking about. It's going to continue to move up the Carolina coast and really not going to be affecting us. So in its wake, we get, boom, sunshine, just a few clouds around. And as we put our radar and forecast map into motion, it really doesn't show much in the way of any kind of precipitation at all. We'll put it at a 10% chance today and hold on to that 10% chance right through tomorrow. Looking for a high of about 91 in Seminole and Oldsmar, right along the water, a little bit cooler, about 89 degrees. We could see low 90s in areas like Spring Hill, up to 93, maybe 92 for Brooksville and Dade City, and yes, Apollo Beach, usually one of our warm spots. They could hit 92 as well, as will Arcadia and Avon Park. Otherwise, here's a look at Florida's most accurate day planner, showing the nice start and then rising those temperatures up to about 91 with a 10% chance of rain for today. Here's a look at Florida's most accurate 7-day forecast, showing the continued warmth and dryness into the beginning of the work week, and there's that first day of fall. Wednesday, it starts at 4:21 in the morning, and by the afternoon, we'll be up to about 88 with a 20% chance of showers. Guys? 9 before 9 right now on your Sunday morning. We're just a couple of days away from fall. And that means a lot of new movies are hitting the big screen soon. Tampa Bay Times movie critic Steve Persall is here with us this morning to help us sort through some of these must-see titles. What do we got?
There are a few coming out here. This is the time of the year where Hollywood is turning away from the green-making, the money-making movies of summer and into the stuff that's going to be more award-worthy. So it's starting up in just a couple of weeks with The Martian.
Speaking of green.
Yeah, exactly. But this is Matt Damon. He's not playing a Martian, but he's an astronaut stuck on Mars, marooned there, and has to survive until a rescue mission can come to him. It's based on a book that was apparently very popular and apparently very funny too. I mean, this isn't just going to be a big special effects sci-fi type of movie. It's going to have some humor and some heart with it too. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
A lot of buzz with that one. A lot of buzz also with Steve Jobs' movie. I mean, this has been promoted for a year now.
Yeah, actually, it sort of got usurped by the Ashton Kutcher version of Steve Jobs' life last year, which really wasn't very good. But this has Michael Fassbender, great actor. You saw him in 12 Years a Slave a couple of years ago and several other movies since then. He's playing Steve Jobs, and the buzz on this is very, very good. It's directed by Danny Boyle, one of my favorite filmmakers, did Slumdog Millionaire, Trainspotting, and it's written by Aaron Sorkin. Who wrote The West Wing, a lot of great movies, so it's going to have that kind of zippy dialogue.
A lot of moving camera,
Absolutely.
A lot of dialogue.
Like a lot of walk and talk.
One movie that probably plays into critics' hands, Pan. You don't want to pan this one.
Well, you know what? It's another version of the Peter Pan myth. I don't know. Well, put it this way: Hugh Jackman is playing Blackbeard. You'd think he would have learned from that, Christopher Walken's embarrassment on live TV a few months ago. But yeah, this is going to have sort of a darker, sort of a steampunk tone to it, with the origins of Peter Pan, how he becomes, the sprightly, ever youthful, fairy dust sprinkling type of person that he is.
Heard a lot about Spectre. What is
Spectre? It's the new James Bond movie.
Okay.
We're talking about Daniel Craig coming back, maybe for the last time as Bond. There's been a little bit of talk about that. But Christoph Waltz coming in as the bad guy. Christoph Waltz is a terrific actor. You can just see him just really antagonizing James Bond in that one.
And all of the proverbial James Bond spy accoutrement.
Oh, absolutely. But they're their own worst enemy right now, because Skyfall a couple of years ago was so good, and it really just sort of set a new standard for the Bond franchise. So they have their own themselves to beat this time too.
Want to go a little bit lighter now, and something maybe for the kids, something we're used to seeing on TV. The Peanuts movie.
November 6th is going to be interesting, because that's the day that the Bond movie comes out, and it's also the day that the Peanuts movie comes up. So, like on our cover of the weekend section, we sort of combined the two of those together, and we had 00 Snoopy on there. But yeah, the Peanuts movie, it's going to be 3D. It looks terrific with the animation, and it's been, gosh, about 30 years since we've had a new Peanuts movie. Wow. So it's going to be a pretty hefty fall preview, and then it gets really crazy between Thanksgiving and Christmas, too.
Loads of stuff going on. Steve, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And we'll be right back with a final look at weather coming up after the break. All right, real quick look at that day planner for today, looking at a high of 91. holding on to that dry forecast and to start your work week as well. Enjoy.
Bucks play in New Orleans today. Good luck to the Bucks.
Have a great Sunday.